Hi everyone! Thank you all so much for tuning into our webinar today, Fueling Your E-commerce Business with Dynamic Ads. My name is Celine and I'm on the Global Business Marketing team here at Facebook. We're excited to talk to you today about some new changes with Dynamic Ads and how you can take advantage of these changes to fuel your e-commerce business and grow your sales. So let me introduce you to my colleague Emily here, who will be walking us through how to set up dynamic ads through e-commerce platforms Shopify, Magento, and BigCommerce. Hopefully we will have some time at the end to answer any questions live. And before we get started, I want to go through a few housekeeping items. The webinar is recorded and you will receive a follow-up email with the recording in the next few days on the email address you registered with. If you have any questions during the webinar, please enter them into the chat box and we will try to answer them over chat or towards the end when we have time for live questions.
Like Celine said, in the past few months, we focused on how to make it even easier to launch dynamic ads campaigns if you're selling your products using one of these e-commerce platforms. We'll be continuing to integrate more e-commerce partners to our platform, so stay tuned for updates if you don't see the platform you're currently working with here. More to come. So a quick agenda. During today's discussion, we will start with a brief overview of dynamic ads and the Facebook Pixel, which powers dynamic ads. Then we'll walk you through how to implement the Facebook Pixel on your site if you're already on Shopify, Magento, or BigCommerce. And finally, how to integrate your product catalog and launch dynamic ads once you have the Pixel implemented. So let's get started with a bit of an overview. With people using multiple devices and switching between them throughout the day, the online shopping journey is more dynamic than ever before. Recent studies have shown that 68% of shoppers use multiple devices when purchasing a product online, and 45% of all shopping journeys contain mobile. This illustration probably looks familiar to all of us here. We might see an ad on our mobile device, but then switch over to our laptops and browse and possibly ultimately buy them in store. While people are increasingly on mobile, the path to purchase still happens across devices and channels. For example, someone may see an ad on mobile, then browse for new headphones on their computer, then add a product to their shopping cart on a tablet, but ultimately make the purchase on their desktop or even in a physical store. All of the complex movement across devices and channels is a challenge for marketers. With mobile impacting the consumer journey and influencing buying decisions, marketers need a new method for reaching their consumer. And this is how dynamic ads comes into play. With dynamic ads, you can reach people interested in your products. When people visit your website and take an action, like browse a product or category or place an item in their cart, they are expressing an explicit interest in your products. You can leverage this intent and serve people ads with these exact products according to your inventory across Facebook, Instagram, and the audience network, regardless of their original touchpoint, allowing you to generate more sales by focusing on people who have already expressed interest on your site. And in order to automatically promote the right product from your catalog to the right person, you need to first implement the Pixel. So what is the Facebook Pixel? The Facebook Pixel is a piece of code that lets you add to your website to help measure, optimize, and build audiences for your ad campaigns. With the Facebook Pixel, you can leverage the actions that people take on your website across devices to inform more effective Facebook advertising campaigns, in this case, dynamic ads. So let's dive a bit deeper into what specifically the Pixel can help you with. With the Facebook Pixel, you can measure cross-device conversions. See how your customers are moving between devices before they convert. Optimize delivery to people likely to take action. Ensure that your ads are being seen by the people who are most likely to take the action you want them to take, in this case, making a purchase. Automatically build audiences for website visitors to retarget. Create custom audiences for people who take specific actions on your website, like people who visited a product page and added an item to their cart. Ultimately, run dynamic product ads. create relevant and timely ads on Facebook based on the products people have visited on your website. Now that you know a bit about the Facebook Pixel and dynamic ads, let's talk about implementation. Pixel implementation through the e-commerce partners is super straightforward, so I'm excited to show you that in a few steps you can be up and running with your Pixel. No developers needed and no need to go into your website's code. Let's get started at step 1, the pixel creation. To create your Facebook pixel, first go to your Facebook Pixel tab in Ads Manager, and then select Create a Pixel. Next, enter a name for your pixel. Keep in mind that you can only create one per ad account, so be sure to choose a name that represents your website. And make sure that you've checked the box next to accept the terms of service. Finally, click Create Pixel. Now you've finished creating your pixel. Congratulations! The next step is implementing the pixel on your site. So let's get started with Shopify. To get started, go to Shopify's website, shopify.com/login. Enter your store's address, email address, and password, and then click Login. Select Online Store and choose Preferences. In the Facebook Pixel section, enter your Facebook Pixel ID, and then click Save. And that's it. After you've created your Facebook Pixel, here's how to add it to your BigCommerce website. Go to your Facebook Pixel tab in Ads Manager, copy your Pixel ID from the summary area on the right, log into BigCommerce, select Advanced Settings and choose Web Analytics. Note that in some versions of the control panel, Web Analytics is actually under Setup and Tools. Check the box next to Facebook Pixel and click Save. And lastly, select the Facebook Pixel tab and type in your Facebook Pixel ID under Settings, then click Save. You've now installed your Pixel on the BigCommerce online store. With the Pixel installed, you now have access to valuable insights about your website visitors and your shoppers. Specifically, in your ads reporting, you'll now be able to automatically see when someone views your content or performs a search on your page, adds an item to their cart, adds an item to their wish list, initiates a checkout, adds their payment information, makes a purchase, is counted as a lead, or completes a registration. Let's put this all into context with an example from an advertiser who successfully implemented the Pixel to their site, Food 52. They're an online kitchen and home shop, and they use dynamic ads through the Facebook Pixel to advertise to customers who had viewed their items on their website or added them to their shopping cart. By leveraging the data they accessed through the Pixel, Food 52 saw an 8x return on ad spend, a 10x increase in conversions, and a 75% drop in cost per conversion. Now that you know how to implement the Pixel, and Magento folks, I didn't forget you, we'll get to you in a few slides, let's talk about dynamic ads. What you need to get your dynamic ads campaigns up and running, and step by step we'll sprinkle in some best practices to set you up for success. There are 3 requirements for creating dynamic ads. The first is you must have an ads manager or a business manager account. The second is you'll need a product catalog. A product catalog is a file that contains a list of all the products you want to advertise. In many cases, you can use the existing feed you already send to other online shopping portals. And lastly, you'll need to have set up your Facebook Pixel. We won't be going into how to create a business manager account, but you can find step-by-step instructions in the Facebook Advertiser Help Center. We'll post a link to this content in the webinar chat. We already walked through Pixel, so now let's talk about your online product catalog. If you're on Shopify, enable Facebook Checkout from Shopify Admin and upload your product information to your Shopify account. Before getting started, your collections and products must be visible in your online store. We'll also post Shopify's instructions to make your collections and products visible on the Facebook channel. To get started, log into Shopify. Select the plus symbol next to the sales channel in the Shopify admin. Click Learn More next to the Facebook channel and click Add Channel. Click Facebook from your Shopify admin and then click Get Started. Next, click Connect Account. Allow Shopify to connect with your business's Facebook page and Facebook will verify your account information. After your account's verified, you can enable Facebook checkout using your Shopify admin. Now it's time to walk through the pixel and product catalog for Magento. First, you need to install your extension from Magento. We'll post a link to this for quick reference in the webinar chat. Once you've installed your extension, click Get Started. Click Terms and Conditions to read our terms, and then click Next when you're ready. The guided flow will walk you through selecting your Facebook page, installing your pixel, and adding your product catalog. After that, you're all set. With Magento, the Facebook pixel and product catalog are easy and quick to install in a single step. Now let's talk about BigCommerce. Create a shop section on Facebook to upload your product information, and here's how. First, log into your Facebook account. Go to Channel Manager in your BigCommerce control panel. Click Get Started. Make sure you're using a supported currency, that you sign up for a Facebook business account if you don't already have one, and review the product requirements. Then click Get Started. You may be prompted to log into your Facebook account. Once logged in, you'll be returned to the Facebook Shop configuration screen in the Channel Manager. Now that you've set up your pixel and product catalog, let's go into how to launch your dynamic ads campaign and start promoting your products on Facebook and Instagram. To create your dynamic ads campaign, you want to start with your objective, which is promote a product catalog. Then create your product set. This could be your entire catalog or just a subset, for example, anything above $5 or a certain category like women's clothes. We recommend that you start with a broader set to let Facebook optimize the personalization of your ads and find audiences for your entire catalog. Then set your daily budget. So think about how much money you want to spend per month and roughly divide that by 30. Next, choose the people you'd like to target. Your audience can be created from specific actions people have taken on your website or in the Facebook shop. This information is gathered from your Facebook pixel. If you're just getting started with dynamic ads, a great place to start is to create an audience of people who have viewed an item or added it to cart, but who have not purchased recently, for example, in the past 10 days. We recommend that you do not use core targeting, since people already shopping on your website, you can assume that they're interested in your products. Unless you're running a subscription service, don't forget to exclude people who have already made a purchase from every campaign, so you can focus your campaign on acquiring new customers. You can re-engage purchasers later if they haven't been back to your site in a while with a different dynamic ads campaign. And depending on your website traffic, you may want to think about some of these tips to maximize your rate. First, increase your audience by changing your audience retention window. Extending your retention window to a longer period, up to 30 or 90 days, will enable you to reach even more people. Something else you can do is target all devices and use the cross-device reports to help your advertiser understand all of the cross-device conversions and optimize for conversions along the purchase path. Next, choose Optimize for Conversion so that your campaigns are shown to people most likely to make a purchase. Then configure your ad template. Here you would be choosing the text that goes into the ad unit as well as pick your format. While optional, we highly recommend adding a call to action button to drive sales, especially Shop Now. Choosing carousel helps you display more than one product and is a very engaging ad format that we recommend for dynamic ads. The cards will populate automatically from your catalog. We recommend 600 by 600 images as they'll display the best in the ad unit. When the campaign goes live, the product cards will be personalized to target audiences based on what they have viewed on your site. Next, make sure you preview your ad and publish your campaign. Check back on your campaign performance and adjust as needed to hit your performance goals. Let's again bring dynamic ads to life with an example. To share its robust product catalog with new and established customers, Lolly Wally Doodle used Facebook's dynamic product ads. To begin, the company tagged every item in its catalog, then uploaded the catalog to Facebook. The company placed the Facebook pixel on its website product pages to track customer behaviors like page views, product views, shopping cart additions, and payment confirmations. With conversion tracking and other website visitor data from the Facebook pixel, as well as a list of top customers, Lolly Wally Doodle created custom audiences, then lookalike audiences. Then they ran dynamic ads products, which automatically pull creative and copy from the catalog. Targeting these ads to its custom audiences and lookalike audiences ensured that their ads were tailored to fit each individual's interests and behaviors. The company chose the carousel ad format to feature multiple products simultaneously, linking out to corresponding product pages on the company website. So, to recap, the Facebook pixel can help you optimize, measure, and build your target audiences based on actions user takes on your site. The pixel will be the backbone of your dynamic ads, so we encourage you to implement the Facebook pixel today. To get up and running with dynamic ads, you'll need to add your product catalog and connect it with Facebook. Lastly, configure and launch your dynamic ads campaign. Now you're ready to generate more sales by showing your product catalog to people who are more likely to make a purchase.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emily. So it looks like we'll have time for a few questions. Let's scan through and see some of these questions. Cool. Let's take one from Manny. Let me rephrase the question. The question is, what is the difference between carousel ads and dynamic ads?
Sure. So carousel ads is an ad format that lets you showcase multiple products from your catalog. You can use this format with 4 objectives: the website visits objective, the conversions objective, mobile app installs, or mobile app engagement, and place your best-selling products as your creative. For dynamic ads, though, you can use the carousel format, but the difference will be that the cards will automatically populate with the products people will be interested in, and you don't need to manually create them.
Awesome. That was super helpful. Let's pause, scan through. Okay, here's a great one from Martha. Are you ready, Emily?
Yeah.
The question is, I have the old conversion pixel. How do I switch to the new Facebook pixel?
So this is a really good question, and it's very timely since the conversion pixel will be replaced by the Facebook pixel pretty soon in the coming months. You'll first need to remove the old conversion pixel code from your site before you can create and install a Facebook pixel. We'll post the step-by-step instructions for you on how to transition from a conversion tracking pixel into a Facebook pixel instead.
Okay, I'll get on that right now. Awesome. So I will ask one last one. This is going to be a long one. Let me repeat Alex's question. He's asking, I'm already using dynamic ads, but my campaign is under delivering. What should I do? This is a question we get a lot, right?
Yeah, and this is a really good question, and there's not always one answer. So here are some tips that I would have for you. The first thing I would do is check your website traffic, specifically the number of visitors, regularly to better understand how many people are visiting your website, whether it's in a day or a week or a month. This will help you assess how much of your advertising budget should go toward driving new people to your website versus retargeting people who have already visited your site before. Something else you could do is create at least one website conversions campaign in addition to a retargeting campaign, to ensure that you're always driving new website traffic and additional sales. In terms of budget allocation, you can start by putting about 75% of your total budget into a website conversions campaign, and the other 25% you could put into a retargeting campaign. Once you start exhausting your retargeting budget each day, it's a sign that you may be able to shift a bit more of your total budget to the retargeting campaign instead. While there isn't a true minimum audience size you can target with your ads, it can be difficult to get delivery and then thus drive purchases to audiences less than 5,000 or so. Make sure when you're creating ads, you always check the potential reach as well as the estimated daily reach numbers. You can find these in the audience definition section on the right side of the ad create flow. just to ensure that there's enough people who can reach your ads. Lastly, monitor your ad spend each day to make sure that you're able to spend your desired daily budget. If you find that you're underspending, check each ad set to see if the small audience size may be the issue. If so, you may need to broaden your targeting or increase the audience size or budget of your website conversion ads.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Cool. All right, and that is all the time we have for today. Thank you, Emily, for your time and the insights and walking us step by step through how to implement the pixel as well as launch a dynamic ads campaign. And thank you all for tuning into our webinar on how to fuel your e-commerce business with dynamic ads. We hope you found it useful. For more information on dynamic ads or other Facebook advertising solutions that we talked about today, or any other ones that you might be interested in, you can visit facebook.com/business. And as a reminder, we will be sending you the recording of this session shortly. In the meantime, please let us know what you thought of the webinar by completing our survey, which you will have access to at the end of this webinar. Your feedback is extremely valuable in making these webinars more impactful and more relevant for your business. Hope to see you again next time. Thank you again.